Hi everyone, welcome back to Busy Being a Mom. If this is your first time here, my name is Jennifer and my mission is to inspire you to be happy, live full, and love life. Today we are sharing with you some insight into a decision that we decided to make as a family concerning the education of our 10-year-old son. We have decided to join a home study online program through a national curriculum called K12. And in this video, we're going to be talking about why we decided to do an online program from home, a little bit about the process for joining the program, our expectations, and also an unboxing of the materials and supplies that we have received for the school year. And I'm sharing all of this with you on this channel because if you are in a situation that you are unhappy with concerning education or anything for that matter, I just want to open your eyes to the idea that there are other options. Sometimes we can be kind of stuck in situations and feel like there are no other options. But when we open our eyes and look around and sometimes we find that there are other options that may actually work for us. And this is where we are in relation to education. So before we get started with those four things, I just want to give you some background. My husband and I have three children ages 16, 10, and 7. We had our oldest son in private school, in public school, and then we pulled him out and we homeschooled our oldest son. At the time, our two youngest sons were very young, but we homeschooled for 4 years. After that 4 years was up, we put our oldest son into a all boys charter school, and our two youngest sons went to a private Christian school. At this point, our oldest son is now in a public high school, and the two youngest sons were still in the private Christian school. Up until today, today was our 10-year-old son's last day of school at the private Christian school that they have been attending for the last 4 years. So I'm going to let my son here tell you why he wants to do an online program. This is not something that I brought to him. This is actually something that he brought to my husband and I and said that this is something that he would like to try, something that he wants to do. And then after that, we'll talk a little more about our experience with getting into this program. Go ahead.
The reason why I wanted to do online school is because I felt like it would help me focus a lot more without other outside distractions, and my mom can help me whenever I need help, and she doesn't have to come to a school just to help me. And another reason is that I feel like with me being at home, it's easier and it'll just help me a lot more to focus.
Okay, good. So distraction and focus. And this is what he brought to us. And he was having some challenges with organization and focusing. And his test scores are through the roof. But he had been struggling in the class. And when he came to us with this situation, with his concerns this year, we really thought about it and thought, why not? Let's give it a try. And is this going to work well for him? I don't know, but it is something that I'm willing to try for him to see if this will help him to have more success academically, and also just to help him to flourish and to bring out all that greatness that's on the inside of him that we know is already there. So as far as our experience with this, when he brought this to us, this wasn't something that I had been looking into at all. I was really looking at, okay, what are some things that we can do at home to help you to be more successful? I mean, let's have a meeting, and the whole thing that you go through with trying to help a student who is struggling in a particular area in school. So when he brought this to me, this was somewhat new. Even though we homeschooled, we weren't doing an online program as homeschoolers. We were really just bringing in an assortment of curriculum, and we were a part of two groups, a co-op group and also a homeschool fellowship, but we weren't in an online program. So I began looking up the information. He brought this to us on a Tuesday. I started looking up information on Wednesday, got a phone call, and by Friday, we were accepted into the program. And I was initially expecting that maybe he'd finish out a semester at his school, and then at the end of the semester, we could kind of assess where he would be and then go from there as far as deciding to do the home program. But what I found with K12, and we do live in the state of Georgia, and so our K12 program is through Georgia Cyber Academy. And what I found out is that there is a cap. There's a cap for the number of students that they allow into the program, and they have start dates that they follow, and there's a cap. And if the cap is reached, then you go onto a waiting list. And so that kind of put us in a bind, like, okay, what are we going to do? And we decided, well, we kind of know that this is something that we're going to do, and we talked to him about it to really make sure that this was something that he really wanted to do. And so we said, well, we might as well go ahead and start now, and versus waiting and then possibly missing the opportunity and going on an extended wait list. And so he brought it to us on Tuesday. By Friday, I had submitted the paperwork and we were in. What paperwork did I have to submit? I had to submit an immunization form. I had to show proof of residency. I had to show, there's a form, and I believe the forms, because I don't have it, I may be forgetting something, but there is a form for eye and vision, for hearing and vision, that because he's never been in a public school, he's required to submit that, but he has 120 days to get that form. And any other forms that I'm forgetting, I will leave in the description box for you. But we just had really standard forms to submit. We didn't have to submit a report card or any test scores. They told me that the only time you needed to submit a report card is if your child is in a lower grade or a grade that's not age appropriate. So he's 10 in the 5th grade, which is on track, I guess you could say. So we didn't need to submit a report card. And I think that is really it. But again, if I am forgetting anything, I will definitely leave a list of those items in the description box, as well as a link to the K12 and Georgia Cyber Academy if you're in Georgia, the Georgia Cyber Academy website, so that you can go on and look up that information. But the process for getting information, they were very responsive. I got like 3 phone calls in one day of people just making sure that I had been contacted and my questions were answered. I uploaded the forms easily to the website. I was uploading the forms, and that evening someone called and said, hey, we have a cap and we're going to be having a waiting list soon. There's already a waiting list for the older kids. I just want to make sure that you get your information in so that we can get you on track to get started on Monday. And so they have so far been very responsive with helping me through the process. It's been a really easy process. Everyone has been super friendly, and I don't have any complaints at this time. I've also gone through somewhat of an orientation, or they called it a walk to school with you, I think was what I went through. And it's a live walkthrough of just getting you orientated, I guess that's the right word, but getting you accustomed to sort of the layout of everything. And we will start the program on Monday. So I can't really get into the specifics of the program because we haven't started yet. We will be starting on Monday. So I will definitely give a follow-up with that. And the third thing, what was the third thing? Okay, so that was kind of a quick run through of why we're doing this, and also sort of our process for getting in. Like I said, it's pretty standard. If you have questions, just leave them in the comment box and I'll go further into that in later videos. But now we want to talk about, what are our expectations? What do you expect to get from this, or what do you expect this experience to be?
I expect it to be.
Speak louder.
I expect it to be a lot easier to focus, and I expect it to be a lot better than other schools because it's online, and I feel like it'll help me a lot more.
Good. Yeah, I expect that he will become more independent, and I expect that being able to sort of have a self-directed, self-paced will help him to take more ownership in his learning. And I expect that a lot of those gifts and things on the inside of him, I expect to start to see a lot of it spring forward even more. So I just expect him to grow overall. I just expect him to grow from this program. Those are our expectations. I do expect that it's going to take some shifting. I know that they have some live connects where there are live classes that you participate in every day or every week. And so we're going to have to work out our schedule for how we're going to make all of this happen, because this is brand new. I don't even have a schedule yet. That's how fast it worked. But I'm excited about it. Are you excited? Yeah. I'm excited about it. I think it's going to be great. And the other two children are doing well where they are. They're fine with their situation. But we wanted to take this seed and plant it also, this seed as in child, and plant him somewhere where he can grow and be nourished as well. So at the end of this video, we are going to show you an unboxing of the materials that have been sent to us for the K12 program. So I hope you enjoy that. If you have any questions, then definitely leave them in the comment box. I will make more videos as this whole process and experience unfolds, because it is kind of an out-of-the-box experience. So that's why I think that it's fitting to share it here on the channel, because to be happy, live full, and love life, sometimes we have to step outside the box. So we're going to go to the unboxing to share that with you, and that'll be it. Anything else you want to say? No. Okay. Welcome, Georgia Cyber Academy, powered by K12. Okay, from the language arts box, we have a learning coach guide. I will be the learning coach. I will not be the teacher for any of his classes, but I will be the learning coach. This is a whiteboard, and then we have some, okay, that's another guide for me. Exercises in English. This is an English grammar book. Another book for me. And this is a writing in action. It's like a writing manual. Another learning coach guide. This is a student guide for literature. Then a writing guide, and another student guide for language. And then there's also some materials for the spelling student guide. And then here, this is Curious Creatures. Okay, yeah, that's what this looks like, a reading manual of some type. And then this is American Lives and Legends. And then these are classics for young readers. And hopefully these have some of the classic stories in them. I do like Aesop fables, so maybe there are some Aesop fables in there. And, oh, that fell. And these look like some other readers too. All right, so we have here in this box, social studies, art, math, Georgia science, and art and social studies. These look like they might be manipulatives. So let's open it up. This is the art box. Art. Okay, so in this art box we have tempera paint. I guess that's how you pronounce that. Some oil pastels and some clay. And also paint brushes. There's also an art book inside the art kit. 5th grade art.
They say online, offline, online, offline.
Okay. What else is in the box?
There is a Come Look With Me American
Indian art.
Ooh, that's cool. And
This is a learning coach guide for me.
Another Come Look With Me.
Come Look With Me, another art instructional book. And
Print paper, art print.
this is the social studies box.
It doesn't have a
Okay, so we have in this box U.S. history books. This one is 1929 to present. And this one is 1865 to 1932.
So some of this stuff will be in this.
Yes, it does overlap. And then we have.
There's no dots. I don't really know.
Then we have a map.
So we have all
A map of the United States.
This is easy to check.
And there's a checklist also. Okay, what box is this?
Math.
This is the math box.
Oh, and it's clear. I like this.
Okay, so we have a protractor and
math activity book.
it's a math activity book.
And
this is a math lesson guide, which may be for the learning coach. And that's everything in the math box. This is the science box. Let's see what's in the science box.
Magnet set. Okay, I don't know if this is what is this.
That looks like soil. So there's soil in there. So there must be some type of lesson for soil.
A lot of soil. Or flowers.
And
we have some more modeling clay.
More modeling clay for science. Then that is gravel. And then we have, this is a little bit.
Is there any geologs? Oh, man.
We have to get another one. Guys. And that is, what is that?
Sand there?
That's sand.
Oh, it said it on each one? Huh. I didn't even look at that. I thought it was different. This is some more sand, but I don't know if this is the same.
More sand.
This is chorus sand. This sand / chorus.
Some copper wire.
Copper wire bear. Is it
Lamp receptacle.
I'm really not sure it says
What's
electricity.
this?
So,
Coarse gravel.
okay, that's complete rock gravel.
And this is the magnet set.
Mason,
Okay, we have 2 books in this box for science. Come Learn With Me, The Kingdom of Classification, and Come Learn With Me, Animals Without Backbones, Invertebrates.
And we also have a lamp bulb set. So a little piece of bulb and lamp. Oh, that's what it is.
We have opened everything. What do you think?
It's good.
Good? You
Love
excited?
it. Yes, love it.
You love it too? Yeah. Okay, so we've gotten all of our 5th grade materials. I hope you have enjoyed this video, and if you have other questions about the program as we move along, I will be happy to answer them. I will leave some information that I have at this point. I'll leave in the description box, so feel free to check that area, and also feel free to leave questions that we can answer in later videos as this journey moves forward. Thank you so much for watching. Have a happy, blessed day. Be happy, live full, love life, and we will see you in the next video. Bye. Say bye.
Bye. Bye.